At least 42 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli attacks.
Prime Minister inspects the 500 kV Circuit 3 power transmission line project.
Business on the e-commerce platform and Livestream seller must pay income tax.
You are watching today's news on a TV channel. My name is Ha Zhang, your host. The Gaza's government media office said that at least 42 people were killed in Israeli attacks on the district of Gaza City on June the 22nd.
The director of the Strip's government media office, Mr. Ismail Al-Thawabta, said that one Israeli strike on houses in Al-Shati, one of the Gaza Strip's 8 refugee camps, killed 24 people. Another 18 Palestinians were killed in a strike on houses in the Al-Tufa neighborhood. The attack comes after Israeli forces shelled tent camps for displaced Palestinians in the Al-Mawasi area designated a humanitarian safe zone by Israel, killing at least 25 people and wounding another 50. On the same day, the health authority in the Gaza Strip said that more than 37,500 people in the territory were killed and nearly 86,000 injured in more than 8 months of conflict between Hamas and Israel.
Many parts of the world have recently been hit by scorching heat waves, and over 1,000 people have died due to heat-related factors this year.
According to a report by the World Meteorological Organization, the average global near-surface temperature has increased by 1.3 degrees Celsius compared to pre-industrial times. Climate change will cause fuels longer and more intense heat waves. This week, Saudi Arabia saw extreme heat reaching 51.8 degrees Celsius in some areas of the city of Mecca. The prolonged heat wave has led to the deaths of more than 1,000 pilgrims from 10 countries, the majority of them from Egypt. In India, there were at least 56 confirmed heatstroke deaths across the country from March to May.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính on June the 23rd inspected and urged implementation of 500 kV Circuit 3 Quảng Trạch Phố Núi Power Transmission Line Project section crossing the Nghệ An province.
The 500 kV Circuit 3 Quảng Trạch Phố Núi Power Transmission Line project has a total length of about 519 kilometers and its total investment is over 22.3 trillion Vietnamese dongs. It includes 4 component projects. Construction on these component projects started in October 2023 and January 2024. The Prime Minister and his delegation inspected and gave gifts to encourage the construction forces at column VT22 of the 500 kV Kien Lu Than Hoa Line project in Kien Trang Commune, Hoang Mai Town. The Prime Minister praised the officials, engineers and workers from units of the electricity industry across the country who have supported project implementation. The Prime Minister asked contractors to concentrate highly and mobilize human resources, equipment and machinery to complete the project before June 30th. Then, the Prime Minister had a meeting with Nghệ An province to understand the situation as well as direct the removal of some difficulties during the project construction process.
Coming up next are some updated news.
In the first half of this year, the total import-export turnover of goods is estimated at $370 billion United States dollars, an increase of about 16% over the same period last year. According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, the manufacturing and processing industry is one of the key export industry groups with an estimated turnover of nearly $160 billion United States dollars, accounting for 84.63% of total export turnover and an increase of 13.8% over the same period 2023. In addition, agricultural products continue to be a bright spot in export growth with a total revenue of $18.21 billion United States dollars in the first 6 months of 2024. The prominent export markets are the US, China, EU, and South Korea.
On the night of June 22nd, Kinh Thuan Border Guard Station, Nghệ An Border Guard in coordination with local authorities extinguished a forest fire that occurred in the area. At 6 p.m. on June 22nd, Kinh Thuan Border Guard Station received a report of a fire in the northeast of Ban Co Mountain, Duc Long Village, Kinh Thuan Commune, Kinh Lu District. 15 officers and soldiers of the unit coordinated with local authorities and people to control the fire. Thanks to the efforts of firefighting forces, by 9 p.m., the fire was controlled. The initial damage was estimated at 2.5 hectares of forest. The cause of the fire is being investigated.
On the morning of June 23rd, the leader of the People's Committee of Hoang Phu Commune, Hoang Hoa District, Thanh Hoa Province said that the authorities found 3 bodies of victims who drowned while swimming at the beach. The 2 victims were born in 2007, residing in Bac Sun Village, Hoang Phu Commune. The remaining victim was born in 2011, residing in Hoang Mai District, Hanoi. The accident happened at about 5 p.m. on June 22nd, while the 3 people were bathing at the beach area of Gian Phu Village, Hoang Phu Commune. After receiving the news, the authorities and local people organized an overnight search. At 5 a.m. on June 23rd, the last victim's body was found. Local authorities have handed over the bodies to their family for funeral.
Business activities on e-commerce platforms and live stream sales via social networks have become popular in the digital age. According to regulations, these activities must declare and pay tax. However, the problem is how to manage taxes and avoid tax loss for online sales.
This is a live stream session at Cam 2 Fashion Shop, Lamau Ward, Vin City. The shift from traditional sales to this sales method helps sales revenue increase by 20%. Along with that, tax declaration and payment according to regulations must be done.
Business in the form of live stream brings certain efficiency. Along with revenue and profits, tax officials are also guiding tax declarations.
Live stream sales activities in particular and e-commerce in Nghệ An in general are considered to be growing rapidly, belonging to one of the 8 key provinces and cities of the country. More than 80% of businesses build websites and social network applications to introduce their products or live stream sales. However, the amount of tax from this field remains at a modest level. The tax sector is facing difficulties in collecting taxes from this business type. Vietnam has the fastest e-commerce growth in Southeast Asia with revenue of $20.5 billion and will reach $30.5 billion next year. However, the legal corridor has not yet kept up with the rapid development of e-commerce, especially taxes.
I hope that superior tax authorities will have specific and detailed instructions on managing this activity, so that tax officials at all levels have a basis to prevent tax loss.
The Ministry of Finance is also submitting to the government to amend regulations on e-commerce transactions and live stream sales. In order to properly manage tax collection activities from live stream sales, the regulations and tax payment process for this type of business also need to be completed soon.
It's time to say goodbye. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.